Hello and welcome. This explainer is for anyone out there who's ever felt, well, fundamentally flawed, like you're broken or just wrong somehow. We're going to dive into a pretty radical idea from our source text about where that feeling comes from and why it might just be the biggest misunderstanding of our entire lives. It's a pretty human feeling, isn't it? That nagging voice, that little sense of personal failure that just creeps in and tells you that you're not good enough. Well, you are definitely not alone in feeling that way. In fact, our source material says this is an almost universal experience. And this right here is the core tragedy that the source text points to. We take these feelings, these moments of despair and weakness, and we mistake them for who we are. We literally bake them into our identity. But what if that's all a huge mistake? This is the big paradigm shift. The central idea we're exploring today is that all those struggles, those negative whispers, the pulls toward self-sabotage, that's not your true self-talking. It's something else entirely. So our source text gives this thing a name. It's from the Islamic tradition, Nafs al-Amara, which we can translate as the lower self. But look at how it's defined, not as a part of you, but as a separate, whispering presence. Its whole job is to entice, to challenge, and to confuse you. And this is such a crucial distinction. The source really urges us not to think of this as some evil monster that we have to hate. Instead, think of it as a mechanism. It's just part of the human operating system, and it has a very specific and, very challenging purpose. So what does this mechanism do exactly? Well, its function really breaks down into a few key actions. First, its job is to entice you, pull you toward those easy pleasures, and to challenge your will when you try to take the harder, better path. It also tries to provoke you, to get you angry or jealous, and it's constantly trying to distract you from what really matters, with all kinds of noise and trivial stuff. And finally, its purpose is to constantly test your strength and to confuse your understanding, to just muddy the waters so it's harder to tell what's your true self and what are its whispers. So here's the most important point. The real danger of this whole mechanism is just ignorance. When you don't even know this force exists as a separate thing, you just absorb its voice. You hear its temptations and you think, that's me. I'm the one who's weak. I'm the one who's confused. Okay, get ready, because this is where the whole thing flips on its head. The source argues that this internal struggle, this entire mechanism of the lower self, it's not a punishment. It's actually a profound and powerful gift. And it's a gift that is totally unique to human beings. To really get why this is a gift, our source gives us this amazing comparison. So think about angels. In this framework, they're basically programmed to obey. They can't choose to do wrong, so they can't fall. But that also means they can't earn their high station. Then there's us, humans. We're given this messy, difficult, and absolutely incredible power to choose. And this quote just nails the stakes, doesn't it? The gift of choice, of having this lower self to wrestle with, it gives us this immense, incredible range of potential. We have the capacity to sink lower than any other creature, but also to rise to heights beyond even the angels. That potential, that's the gift. Okay, that's a great thought. But if this struggle is such an amazing gift, why does it so often feel like we're getting absolutely crushed? Why does it feel like a constant uphill losing battle? Well, the answer from our source is actually pretty simple, but it's profound. You feel like you're losing because you were never even told you were in a fight to begin with. You haven't been trained to even see the battlefield. Imagine it like this. You are standing in the middle of a boxing ring, but you can't see the ropes. You can't see the crowd. You have no idea you're even in a ring. And you're just taking punches over and over again from an opponent you were never even introduced to. You don't know their name, you don't know their strategy, you just feel the hits landing. So what happens? You blame yourself. You think every single punch that lands is your own fault. You believe the opponent hitting you is actually just you hitting yourself. And that is the tragedy of this unrecognized battle. So let's just reframe this whole thing. We start with that false conclusion, I am a failure. But the real diagnosis, according to the source, isn't that we're morally weak. Nope. The true situation is that we are simply, educationally untrained for this very specific internal fight. It's a knowledge gap, not a character flaw. Beneath all the noise of that battle, beyond the confusion that the lower self creates, there is a core of just immense beauty. The source text suggests our soul is luminous, it's faithful, it's pure. The struggle is just the stuff covering it up. It's not the core. And if we could see past it, we would be absolutely astonished at who we really are. And here it is, the final, crucial piece of the puzzle. This gift of choice, this whole arena of struggle and potential growth, it's not infinite. It's for this life and this life only. So, there is a very real sense of urgency here. The time to understand this battle, to learn how to fight it, to use this amazing gift of choice, it's now. The source is crystal clear on this. Clarity is for the living. And that call to action, it's not meant to be scary. It's meant to spark this profound gratitude for the opportunity that is still right here in front of us. So let's bring this all home. The main takeaway, that feeling you might have walked in here with, is just wrong. You are not cursed with weakness or with flaws. You are entrusted with the most powerful gift in all of creation, the ability to choose, to struggle, and through that struggle, to rise. Your challenges are not a sign that you're failing. They are a sign of the immense trust that's been placed in you. And so that leaves us with one last powerful question. As long as you are drawing breath, the arena is open. The gift is active. The choice is yours. Knowing all this now, how are you going to use it?